go. Bring it up, baby. Let's go. Daddy, on me. Daddy, on me. 1, 2, 3, go.
What is good, YouTube, man? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It is Monday. It is game week, but you already know. You guys done said yes, so we are here. We are live to drop this Sam Webb film study. One of our many UDFAs signed from this year, 4 of them making the active roster, Sam Webb being one of them. He seemed like a fan favorite in the preseason, so I said, you know what? Let's take a deep dive into what Sam Webb was able to do with the Las Vegas Raiders this year. And really quick, before we get into the film breakdown, let's start it off with the shout-outs. We got Kenny in the building, Bryce, Eric, Persian, Blazing. What's good with y'all, my boys? Omar in the building, JB's in the building. We got Hammer, Eric, Oeti Jr., Rock. Let's see, who else we got up in here? D Menace, Jesse, Malo, OG, T Too Much. Was good with everybody. We got Thor in the building. Shout out to all you guys who already pulled up. We already got about 60 of you guys in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. But listen, you guys, Anthony Estrada in the building. I don't know if I got you in here, but shout out to you. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started on what you guys came here for, and let's kick off the Sam Webb film study. So right here, you guys already know how we do it here on this channel. When we're doing film studies, it's not a highlight reel. That's not what we do here. We do the good, we do the bad, we do the ugly. So you're going to see good plays, you're going to see bad plays. But at the end of the day, he made the 53. So shout out to Sam Webb. But like I said, without further ado, let's get straight into the film study. At the top of your screen here, you're going to see Sam Webb one-on-one with one of the Jacksonville Jaguars players. At the top of your screen, he is going to struggle, and he is actually going to get beat on an out route play. But fortunate for him, bad ball by the quarterback. But this is a reoccurring issue that I noticed. Sam Webb, there is tons of separation there. If the ball is accurate, that's a first down with 7 extra yards. So that would have been a 17-yard gain there. But oh well, quarterback didn't get the ball. Good contact there, but as soon as the separation happens at the top of the route, he just creates a lot of space. But that's here nor there. That was one of the plays for Sam Webb on that. Now, next up, we got a solid job, right? You're going to see Sam Webb. He's going to avoid the rub route. This is something that teams like Kansas City and the Chargers do a lot. They do a lot of rub routes because it just gets the receivers open easier. So my bad. Let me rewind that for you guys. You're going to see Mr. Sam Webb at the top of your screen here. Does a good job. You're going to see the receiver try and slant inside to really get a rub separation here. With this one-on-one matchup, doesn't work. He does a good job avoiding it, getting right back to the hip, nowhere to go there. So quarterback goes elsewhere. Little minor things like that, avoiding rub routes, avoiding, different kinds of route combos so that teams don't get a wide open pass on you. You know, these drag routes, when you're in man-on-man coverage, they really create a lot of separation. So shout out to Sam Webb for not, allowing them to really create tons of separation on that rub route, or really none at all. He had perfect coverage on that. There isn't much better he could have played it. Now, here you're going to see a play that honestly, it was just a really good offensive play call. So Sam Webb here is at the bottom of your screen. We're going to be in a cover 2. His job, it's pretty simple, right? If there's something going underneath, he goes underneath until something goes over the top, right? So that's exactly what happens. You're going to see them run a perfect route combination. And at the end of the day, there isn't much you could do, right? So this receiver goes deep. They have a tight end coming out into the flats or a running back come out into the flats. So Sam Webb's responsibility, he's going to respect the guy coming down into the flats. So you're going to see him bite just a little bit, which leaves this tight end on this really nice route combo right in the middle of this cover 2 zone. So this is a very, very good play by the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not a bad play by Sam Webb. You're going to see Tyree Gillespie. His attention is getting taken up by the receiver going deep. So like I said, phenomenal route combination put together by Doug Peterson with the Jacksonville Jaguars there. But something that I really like about Sam Webb, to me, he looks like a phenomenal natural zone corner. There wasn't much he could do there, and he still kind of almost made a play on the ball there, but it is what it is. There's not much you could do. Quarterback drops that into the breadbasket, but good play nonetheless by them. We want to see Sam Webb maybe just drop immediately to the deeper man, but you're leaving a lot in the flats. So I understand why that play did not do good, but let's pull up the next game. Here against the Minnesota Vikings, I thought that he really turned it up a notch. He got into a new gear. So here you're going to see decent or not decent. This is good one-on-one coverage. You're going to see him at the bottom of your screen here. There's absolutely nowhere to go, no separation. This is a downfield, just let me see if I can get separation. Nowhere to go, hip for hip, stride for stride, and just absolutely good coverage. Cannot complain. Sam Webb, good job downfield on the coverage there with the one-on-one matchup. That's a matchup right there where they're trying to see if they can make this pass out of the range of the deep high safety in the cover 3 or on a man cover 1, but there's no separation for the quarterback to drop this ball into. So good play, Sam Webb. Next up on this, he is going to get beat. But thankfully for him, the ball goes somewhere else. So the 2 times we've seen him get beat, the quarterbacks go elsewhere, but it is something to realize, right? It's not like the man is just getting locked down coverage every single play. You're going to see him here. He does get beat, but it is what it is. Can't complain, right? Or let me see. I'm on the wrong side of the football here. You're going to see him here at the top of your screen. I'm circling the one-on-one matchup. Again, it is on an out route, so we want to make sure that maybe we do a little bit better, not letting the receiver stack us on the out routes, but a lot of separation. You know, you see him, he's kind of going into a diagonal direction, and the receivers, you know, he's headed for the sideline. So there's a lot of separation here. This is a very, very big window to make a catch. Fortunately for him, again, quarterback goes elsewhere, so it doesn't really matter. But we do want to make sure that with Sam Webb, these out routes aren't a continuous problem, because after watching every single snap of every single play in the preseason, you'll see it. It happens again and again. So we want to make sure that Sam Webb under Patrick Graham can kind of clean this up. But it is what it is, man. He's a UDFA with very good traits at the end of the day. Can't really complain him for a couple of times he gets beat. Like, it's just going to happen. It is just going to happen. But next up on this list, we have really just textbook coverage here. You're going to see Sam Webb here at the bottom of your screen. One-on-one, nowhere to go, play action. Beautiful. This is a great position because there's 2 things that could be done here. Sam Webb out of this position can jump the route and make a play, big interception, or he can do what he just did and play the receiver, play it kind of safer, make sure that he doesn't, allow a bigger play to happen. And he plays it safe, great coverage, nowhere for him to go. Ball goes through the receiver's hands. Fantastic one-on-one coverage. Shout out to my guy Wasted in the building. But you'll see it better from this angle. I believe that's Kellen Mond on the play action. You'll see the receiver trying to make that breaking route. Nowhere for him to go. Like I said, Sam Webb kind of plays it a little bit more safe. Plays the receiver instead of the ball. Beautiful coverage. No chance for the receiver to make a play there on the football. But I believe this is the next play. 16. Yeah, so right here you're going to see Sam Webb back in the cover 2. This is where I think that Sam Webb is his best in zone coverage, when he's able to read the quarterback, kind of cheat a little bit. He is very, very natural in zone. Not to say that he's not natural in man, But I really just like the way he's able to pass off receivers, read the quarterback's eyes, make big hits, which we'll see later on. But I think that he is a natural zone corner. So here at the bottom of your screen, you see him zone, taking a peek at the quarterback, what he wants to do. Then he's just following him, right? He realizes the linebacker comes down and takes away the short threat in the flat. So he just decides to go deeper with the deeper man. Nothing too crazy, but it does show his knowledge of the game, his awareness, how he knows his responsibilities, realizes that this guy is out of the play now because I believe that's Jayon Brown takes it away. So he's just able to follow downfield with this receiver. I like that kind of stuff. Being able to know your assignments in zone. Of course, the ball goes elsewhere and they get a bigger play. But I like the fact he knows his assignment and he knows where he needs to be. I love that kind of stuff. Now, next up on this list, a little bit contradictory to what I just said, that he's more natural in zone, but he has a phenomenal job. They're going to try and attack Sam Webb here, the UDFA, with a double move, which we know in this league, double moves are always in the favor of the offense. So he does a phenomenal job keeping his eyes to the hips on the receiver here in the red zone, tries the double move. They go upfield, absolutely nowhere to go. They actually ran the same route combination on the other side, but you'll see it again. 1v1 here, tries it with the double move, absolutely nowhere to go. Sam Webb reads it, reacts, great coverage. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, next up, Patrick Graham. He goes back into the cover two. He goes back into the cover two, where I really, really like how he plays. I love how Sam Webb plays in the cover two. He's going to break off the guy. So here you're going to see him at the top of your screen. He's going to initially go inside with this outside receiver or tight end, whoever it is that they lined up. But once this guy in the slot breaks out to the sideline, you're going to see how quick Sam Webb is to react and break off of the first man and really just say, you know what? All right, this is my guy. And boom, scramble drill happens. Kellen Mond has to try and make a big play out of nothing, and there's nowhere to go, right? Because the glory about the zone coverage is if it's ran to perfection, you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. Like I said, initially Sam Webb is going to run with this guy. Once the slot receiver breaks the outside, that's what Sam Webb will do as well. So takes away two birds with one stone. I like that about the zone. You have to have smart players. I believe Patrick Graham does have these smart players. In my eyes, my initial reactions, Sam Webb is a very decent zone corner, and I like that out of him. I really, really do. Now, next up, I think that this was probably one of his better performances in the preseason. I think that he'll agree with whoever states that. You're going to see Sam Webb again, one-on-one here, almost getting a pick. Very good coverage on the outside. I like this matchup. He's going to break, almost gets the interception. I feel like he could have played the ball better, but I do understand, right? You're in the preseason, you're fighting for a job. Sometimes it's better to just play the man, not allow a big play so that you don't get a knock against you when you're trying to make that 53-man roster. And ultimately, he made it, so it was a good decision by him. But in this position, the ball's here. I think that you got to attack that football and make a play, get a pick. Nonetheless, good job, good performance by Sam Webb against the Vikings. Next up on this list, we got I believe this is our third preseason game. This is now against Miami. You're going to see him at the top of your screen here. He does an okay job. Or actually, I was reading the wrong play. He's going to get beat on another out route. This is something that continues to happen. You see him here. He gets beat on an out route. It is what it is. Boom. That's 18 yards there, almost 19 yards. I think that's the rookie that beat him. But yeah, you'll see him one-on-one in this matchup. Outbreaking route. Again, this is the third time that we've seen him lose on an outbreaking route. But ultimately, the rest of the time, he's doing a decent job. But that is a pretty big play for about 18, 19 yards that does get given up there by Sam Webb. Those outbreaking routes are kind of hard to defend since you don't really have too much help. You really just only have the sideline. So it is tough to really judge somebody that gets beat quite a bit on these outbreaking routes, but I don't doubt that Jason Simmons and Chris Ash and Patrick Graham can't find a way to help Sam Webb. I think that they should be able to get the best out of him, even if he struggles on outbreaking routes at the beginning of his career. I do like what I'm seeing so far. Right here, you're going to see something, and this is very important. So Sam Webb is at the bottom of your screen, something that we see a lot when we face Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes, and now with Russell Wilson in our division, is the scramble drill. So we do have to make sure that we do a good job plastering once the scramble drill does begin. Now, you'll see Sam Webb, one-on-one matchup here. I believe this is the UDFA out of Texas Tech, Eric Ezukanma. Does a good job. Boom. Nowhere for him to go. This is beautiful coverage. But once the play bakes down and you see Teddy Bridgewater go outside the pocket, Eric Ezukanma makes a big play, or he tries to make a big play, and look at all this separation. If Teddy Bridgewater had that arm, he could fit this ball here. That's a lot of separation there in the scramble drill. So we do want to make sure that that isn't something that happens. We want to make sure that we're able to plaster a lot better. But you know what? It's hard. Teddy Bridgewater couldn't make the throw anyway, so maybe it is me just nitpicking on that. But I want to make sure that, plaster drills, when we do see that a ton, we do a good job staying on the guy. And you'll see it from this angle as well. Lots of separation up top with Sam Webb and his receiver, but ball goes elsewhere, so it doesn't matter, right? Kind of like it ain't a penalty if you don't see it, right? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But next up, this is the big play that everybody loves. We all love it. He is about to lay the smackdown. But I want you guys to realize something, okay? In this play, or 18 minutes, my fault. In this play, we all love it, right? You see Sam Webb right here. It looks like a one-on-one. It looks like man, but in reality, this is a cover two. This is why I like Sam Webb so much as a zone corner. You can see here, he's not looking at his receiver, but instead he's looking in the backfield at the quarterback. Why? Because he's in zone coverage. So guess what? He's following this man because as of right now, he has the deepest threat, right? Guess what? This receiver here is about to come into the flats. So Sam Webb's job is to come down here and make the tackle. Well, he does more than that. He lays the big hit. He picks up the fumble. For whatever reason, the freaking Zebras blow it dead. But that would have been for 6. So that's a phenomenal job by Sam Webb. But I want you guys to see it from this next angle and really see what I'm talking about, right? So this is the running back. He's coming out, breaks, and you would think that this guy here is the one that's going to make the tackle. No, it's Sam Webb's responsibility, and boom, that ball comes out flying. Beautiful job by Sam Webb. Like I said, this man in zone is a problem. He has things to work on in man-on-man coverage, but who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? So that was a beautiful, beautiful play by the UDFA there, Mr. Sam Webb. I liked that play a lot. Now you're going to see him. This is instead of cover 2 or instead of cover 1 man, you're going to see him in a cover 3. So this safety is going to rotate here. This outside corner is going to take the outside third. And you're going to see, I believe that's Matthias Farley, come down here. Sam Webb, they kind of share it a little bit. Does a good job here. This is the area where you're trying to attack cover 3s. He does a good job here, still in a position to make the play on the football. What's new? Teddy Bridgewater, bad pass, right? We saw it all last year. But nonetheless, it was a good job. He's in position to make a play, but he didn't allow it, right? He did not allow any yards there. And I love to see that kind of stuff. But again, like what we saw earlier when I was talking about scramble drills, this is the same thing. You'll see Sam Webb here at the bottom of your screen. Great job initially on the coverage. Nowhere for him to go. Boom. This is great coverage. Where is the receiver going to go now? But the play breaks down. Teddy Bridgewater scrambles, and this is what happens, right? Big plays. If you don't plaster, if you don't get on your man in the scramble drill, we see it with Mahomes all the time. We see it with Herbert all the time. We see it with Russell Wilson all the time. This is important. It sucks because you have great coverage like he had, but those plaster, you have to make sure that you do good job on the scramble drill as well. This time, Teddy Bridgewater takes advantage of that poor job, and guess what? It goes for another 20-something yards that it shouldn't have happened, okay? Next up, we are here still in the Miami game. I think that he did a good job here on this little quick slant. Doesn't really allow Teddy Bridgewater to make any kind of read here. So you're going to see one-on-one matchup. This receiver is just going to shoot out, and he's going to try and get separation immediately. No release. He's just going to go. But Sam Webb does a good job. He says, none of that. I'm running stride for stride with you downfield. There's nowhere for this quarterback to throw the ball there at all. Like I said, the receiver was just trying to take advantage. No release. He was just trying to go out there and burn Sam Webb. Didn't happen. Very good play. I like that a lot. You know, even when receivers try and switch it up without a release or with a release, Sam Webb does a good job there in man coverage. I like to see that kind of stuff. But next up, let's go to the last preseason game against the New England Patriots. And we have quite a bit of film to break down against the New England Patriots because I think he had a very good game. Now, right here, first play. I actually used this one with my Darian Butler film study, but hey, Sam Webb does a good job here. I believe this is Nelson Aguilar. Fighting hands, rips off of Nelly, gets here, pushes the running back out of bounds, gets a good tackle on first down. That's good, right? As an outside corner, you need to be able to get off of the receiver. Nelly tries to get a good block on him, but Sam Webb does a good job fighting with his hands, getting the running back down right here. Good hand fighting here. Nelly should have stayed a Raider. Boom. Over here, can't even block a UDFA. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. But next up on this list, we have himself, hey, man, Devontae Parker, the Patriots' new receiver, one-on-one at the top of your screen. Absolutely no separation. Mac Jones is going to go there with him. But there's nothing to get here. There's no yards to gain there. Now, you could say that Mac Jones, that was just a bad read. Why are you throwing a pass there when he has help over the top? But actually, Isaiah Pola-Mao kind of just showed good range there. But one-on-one coverage against Devontae Parker, no room, nowhere to go. Good job by Sam Webb on that nice fade route there. Nowhere for him to go. Now, this next play is very interesting, right? Because we know how much Patrick Graham values versatility. And this is Sam Webb here. We are in a nickel package, not a dime package. We are in a nickel package in our 4-2-5. This is Lucas Masterson. And for whatever reason, Sam Webb is here lined up as a sub linebacker. Sam Webb, versatility is key for Patrick Graham. He lines up here, zone coverage. This is a different portion of the field, so it is going to be a little bit harder. He does still make the tackle, but that is very, very interesting, right? Patrick Graham trusting this man in the 4th preseason game to go out there, line up as a sub linebacker in the nickel. And I'm not lying. Here he is. Right here next to Lucas Masterson. Very, very interesting by Patrick Graham to do this. So, yeah, nonetheless, they get a nice check down to, I believe that's Hunter Henry. He makes a good tackle. Good play by him. Shout out to Sam Webb, showing off some versatility. Maybe that's why he made the roster, right? But right here, this is third down. This is not third down. This is first down. I think that this is a good job, right? You're playing cover 3, so you're not going to be stuck onto your man like if you would be in man-on-man situation, right? So he is setting his drop a little bit deep. So you see this. There's a lot of space here. I believe that's Kendrick Bourne. But nonetheless, as soon as he gets the catch, immediately on him. I love that, right? If you're going to be in zone, you're going to have to give the receivers a little bit of room, but that's perfect. Making a sure tackle immediately as the ball carrier or immediately as the pass catcher gets the ball in his hands. I like that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, you give up 4 yards, but also you gave up 4 yards because you were behind, not allowing a big play to happen. So I like that kind of stuff. For me, it is a good positive of his game. Now, next up, you're going to see a nice play again against Devontae Parker, 1v1. This time it's at the bottom of your screen. You see Sam Webb here, Devontae Parker, one-on-one. Looks like a press man situation, but he doesn't get his hands on him. He just bails. Again, nowhere for him to go. And honestly, now that I'm watching this, 2 times out of 2, very good range there displayed by Isaiah Pola-Mao. This is not an Isaiah Pola-Mao film study, but very good range there displayed by our deep high safety to get to the sideline very, very quickly. But yeah, 1v1 against Devontae Parker. No room. No room there. Phenomenal job. Good job by Sam Webb. Again, deep coverage. Not sure why they keep testing this man because it hasn't worked yet. But hey, man, keep doing it. Now, this one's an interesting one, right? Because this is 1v1 coverage again on Devontae Parker. Now, this was the play that was called for an offensive PI, and I do think that there was a little bit of a push off here by Devontae Parker. Right here, good one-on-one coverage. Now, my only thing is that this 1v1 coverage is not always going to get called for an offensive PI. So in my eyes, this is a very good learning rep. Very, very good learning rep. I think that in this situation, you're 1v1 against their biggest red zone threat on the outside. We want to make sure that we get our head around a little bit sooner. Now, there was a push off, so I do understand. But it's not always going to get called, right? So I do want Sam Webb to try and get his head around a little bit sooner. And I'm sure this is nothing that Patrick Graham or any of the other staff members haven't told him already. But this is just my thoughts, my ideas on what is going on here, because they isolate him. They put him on an island one-on-one with Devontae Parker. You have to think that they're going to try and exploit that. And it's not always going to get called. So thankfully it did. Good job by the ref to see the push off. But we do need to remember we do wear the silver and black. Them teams or them zebras do not like us, man. They do not like us at all. Now, this is third down. You're going to see Sam Webb one-on-one here. Again, receiver's just going to try and get a big, quick release. Doesn't work. Boom. Great coverage there. He makes the catch, but 2 yards shy of the line of scrimmage on third down, making the stop, forcing them to punt. Good job by Sam Webb. I love that, man. I love that. We'll go ahead and rewatch it here. This is the matchup down here at the bottom of your screen. Quick drag route, doesn't get much separation at all. Gets the reception, but his eyes and his hands were attached to the hips. Nowhere to go. We make the stop. Now, again, like I said, this is something that we really need to work with Sam Webb. From what we've learned, he is going to get beat on the outside yet again. Does seem like a reoccurring issue. Maybe his hip flexibility needs to, I don't know, improve. But again, beat on the outside. What is that? 12, 15 yards. So each time we do get hit on the outside by Sam Webb, it's not for 2 or 3, 4, 5 yards. It's always for a big gain of 15 or more. So we do want to try and really limit that. And I'm sure it will get limited very, very soon. But something for you guys to realize. Like I said, when we do these film studies here, we make sure that we focus on everything. So we know that, hey, if he improves, we know that he really took time to focus on this. But again, an outbreaking route, he gets another big play, 15 yards. We want to limit that a lot. We really, really want to try and limit that going into this season. We face a lot of great talent. So they'll exploit that if they can. They'll definitely exploit that if they can. I like this, man. Like I'm saying, he to me, he looks like a natural zone corner. Just take a look here. Cover 2. He's going to ride his guy all the way out into Isaiah Pola-Mao's zone, passes him off to where if the quarterback throws this ball, this is either a hospital pass or it's an interception. So he goes all the way down, passes him off, drops all the way down into coverage. I like that kind of stuff, man. Passing the player off. They end up having to check the ball down. I like this kind of stuff, man. I really, really do. From a young corner, zone is probably the easiest thing to get acclimated to, but he's showing a lot of good promise, right? If I had to give a player comp for Sam Webb, it definitely would be a guy like Darius Slay, who Darius Slay is a top of the line, if not the best zone corner in this league, but definitely at times can improve in zone or in man. So that's exactly what I would do if I would have to give a player comp for Sam Webb. Okay, now Next up on this list, we're going to see a good play by Sam Webb, not allowing any separation on an in-breaking route, which is very, very important here, right? So you see he is giving up inside leverage immediately, which it only makes this rep even more impressive. The fact that he gave up inside leverage and still the receiver had no separation, that is very, very good. Very good, man. So yeah, inside leverage is given up, but he doesn't allow any separation on the inside breaking route. They go elsewhere. Very good job by Sam Webb and man coverage there. I like that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. We got a few more plays here. Next up on this list, you're gonna see he's gonna do another good job. Another good job in zone. Surprise, surprise, right? We make a stop on third down here. So take a look. He is the outside guy here. This is cover two. He is gonna go deep and then come down as soon as he sees somebody go into that in that flats. So he's gonna do a very good job here. Very good job by him right here. He's playing the deepest point as possible. He goes up the field. He sees that Mac Jones or whoever this quarterback is going to check the ball down, and boom, lifts him up, gives him a little extra on the way down. I like that, man. Physical, physical, physical. Making the stop on third down, forcing them to kick a field goal. Oh, that's Bailey Zapp. Bailey Zapp. Come on, Graf. This is your boy. This is your boy. But yeah, like I said, you're going to see him go. He's at the top here, but he's immediately going to come down. Boom, give him a little extra on the way down. I love it. I love it. And we're going to end it off with another good job by Sam Webb. This time, they're going to try and test him downfield again. Just doesn't work. So at the bottom of your screen, one-on-one. Game's a little bit close at this time. You're going to see him just again, nowhere to go. Stop testing this man deep. It's not working. It hasn't worked for this whole preseason. So good job by Sam Webb, not allowing anything deep. We'll watch it one more time as we close out this film study. Good job, Sam Webb. Actually recovered because he kind of lost here at the beginning, but he recovered really, really well. So nonetheless, really, really good job by Sam Webb. Let me know what you guys think, man. Sam Webb film study. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on the film session. Maybe we get another film study out before week 1 Sunday. It is game week, you guys. I am super, super stoked and pumped up. Let me know what you guys think. As always, did you like the film study? And if you did, let me know someone else that you would like us to work on. As always, you guys, I love y'all. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star.